Look, I just want to talk to you about this in person tonight, preferably because like, I'm going to be busy all weekend, and I need to get some stuff off my chest. And it's not really fair for you to drop a bomb like that on me over text, you know? I thought that I meant more than that, and that I deserve better than that. Yeah, so...
Right, let's see if it's wide up. Oh yeah. That looks good. Oh yep. That looks a lot better. And this one is a bit... oh well. Old car. This one surprisingly holds. So don't know why. Because both these brackets, I mean I had to break this one free to be able to wiggle this fucking headlight lens out, because the Phillips heads were absolutely rusted. But we got there. It'll get properly sorted at some time, at some point in the future. But for now, I am rather happy with that. Then today, I was supposed to change that, but the steering wheel hasn't come. And yeah, just one step at a time. However, this is my old car, by the way. 1.8 NB, nothing special, it's just very cursed. Someone wants to buy coilovers that I bought for this car, so I need to send them some pictures, and if I sell these for the price I want, I'll be able to get coilovers for this thing. Why do I have to point my finger so far? Yes, this thing. Because that... and that's some lowering springs. So it could definitely be a bit lower. I will make a video on the plans I want to make, well, the plans I have for this car, because as you can see it needs some work. Definitely needs some work. But it will be a lot clearer. Definitely needs some work. But it shall. What? Am I a lord from the 17th century? But it will be a lot clearer as to the steps I take when I make a video about the plans I have for this little thing. So look forward to that video. I want to do a couple of things to it, and then I'll post up somewhere, and not that anybody really cares, but actually let's have a look with the headlight in. Already looks brighter. That's fucking beautiful. Ooh, yeah, ignore that, my camera's broken. My open flame. You know what? I wanted the blue tinted ones when I started putting these in. However, this literally looks like, in person at least. Hello, buddy. You want to get out? Oh, look at you. So if anybody wants to know as to how to install these, it's pretty simple. Just basically, actually let me turn my headlights off. Basically, you undo these Phillips screws on both sides, and then you just whack this cover out. It takes a bit of wiggling, but you'll get there in the end. And then you've got this like chrome shroud that holds the actual lens in. 99% chance the Phillips heads on that are going to be absolutely rusted. If you've got a big enough grinder blade, you could cut a slot in there for a flathead, but that disc was too small. So alternatively, you can grab it by the bottom here, and because the screws will be so rusty, you can just like break it loose. And then these are pretty flexible, so you can pretty much tilt it all the way up here, get the old lens out, and because these are smaller than the UK spec ones, they slide in pretty easily. And then it will be very loose, but don't worry about that. The shroud holds it in somehow, so it's not that big of an issue. And then yeah, you've got yourself some nice headlights, not these fucking... I really should start to remember to record these kinds of things. So you joined me today in sorting out my steering wheel, which I guess this is also a steering wheel reveal. I'm probably mumbling so bad at the minute, so let me clarify myself. This is a steering wheel reveal. That rhymed. Awesome. Basically I put it on yesterday, but I was in a bit of a rush to see my girlfriend, so it ended up being quite on the piss. Well, it's not too bad, but I'm kind of driving, I don't know, like a gangster fucking holds a Glock 19 or something. So I'm hoping if I just rotate the boss a bit, because where I've marked masking tape, this is how the steering wheel sits. If I can rotate the boss to just go there, actually I probably should masking tape that as well, so I know which way it sits. Hold on. Taken the central fucking nut out, 19mm, easy peasy. Done it a million times by now, because I also tried to fit the Momo steering wheel from my old car. However, yeah, it didn't really fit, so there we go, nice and straight. And now we just repeat the process of putting it on. Someone's revving the diesel. I'd love to hear it. Oh, come on, you bastard. This can go straight off. I think it would... What am I doing? I'm lost in the sauce. Right, first off, 19mm nut to secure the actual fucking boss kit. Yeah, that's properly in there. Beep boop bop. Tighten that cunt. More than finger tight, obviously. Couple of ugga-duggers, that will do. That's pretty solid. And then now we get to the... Okay, I don't know what you're seeing. Hopefully it's something. And now we continue. And before you say it, oh, why'd you get an aftermarket steering wheel? Oh, it's not safe. Oh, airbag. This car doesn't have a fucking airbag from factory. Proof. No airbag. So cry about it. So I don't think... I mean, sure, you could argue that that has a bit more padding than a fucking, you know, piece of metal, but I mean, if anything, I'd rather not bash my head through that and like hit these fucking screws. I don't think that'd be a nice fate. So grand reveal is an Ardy. These are extremely basic, I know. I don't like how straight that is though, because my steering is locked. It should be like that a bit, I think. You know what? I can't be asked. Fuck it. I'll sort it out properly some other day. So yeah, this is the steering wheel. It's pretty basic for S13s, I know. But I mean, it's a very good steering wheel. It looks nice. It does have some patina on it. Mostly the horn button. Also, excuse the state of my car. It's being used as daily. Today's objective is to clean that out. And obviously spare parts and shit, that's why it looks a bit messy. It does have some patina, but honestly I like it. It adds to the character, and especially considering the state of my arches, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. Right, and that's on. Looking pretty good myself, and the biggest bonus is I have legroom now. So now I need to put this on. However, the problem is I feel the horn button is slightly too big for the diameter of this, and it is a bitch to put in. You can't even put it in like properly, so I may have to get a smaller button, which I kind of don't want to. I actually really do like the patina, you know, like this, and you might think I'm weird for it, and I probably am, but I don't know, it just looks nice. So I did a little test back and forth, and it stays straight. Bruh. And after many minutes of trying to get this in, finally got it in. Doesn't work, but it looks better than just exposed wires. Is where I was sat when I met my friend Jakob. He pulled up next to me. This is when I was in my NB. He pulled up next to me and we just started chatting. And yeah, we became like, he's one of my best friends now. And it's not been that long. This spot is actually quite significant for many reasons, to be fair. So it's nice seeing my new project sat here as well. And it's just a really nice place overall, as you can tell. Worth the money, especially these raybrigs. They are so much brighter than stock headlights, and they don't stick out like the fucking UK spec ones. So, and what a nice time to head home as well. 10 o'clock. Worked out perfectly. I didn't manage to get that fixed. I think there's something that I may have pulled when I was changing the radio, so yeah. It'll get sorted though, because I really want to see that again.